Dear participants, I welcome you all in the lecture series of first unit of the course Income Tax Law and Practice. Myself Muhammad Ashraf, Assistant Professor in Commerce. Today's lecture we will discuss in detail basic concepts in income tax such as income and agricultural income. First of all, we will discuss income. The sum of money which a business or an individual receives in exchange of sale of goods or services or through capital investment is known as income. The definition of income is different for different individuals. Pocket money is the only source of income for a 5-year-old kid. Similarly, pension income might be primary source of income for retired individuals. Income is nothing but one's earning received during a period. Generally, all incomes are subject to tax in India. In case of individuals employed, salary or wages earned is considered to be the primary source of income. In businesses, the revenue received from the core of business functions after paying all expenses is the business income. Anything which can reasonably and properly be considered as income is taxable under this act unless specifically exempted under the various provisions of this act. The term includes not only what is received by using the property but also the amount saved by using it himself. According to income tax, there are two types of income: taxable income and non-taxable income. Taxable income. Income earned during a year by an individual or a business is categorized into 5 heads of income and taxed accordingly. These 5 heads are: first, income from salary and pension. This includes basic salary, allowances, perquisites, and profit in lieu of salary earned by an individual. Pension income received by the retired individual is also included here. Second head is income from business or profession. Any income earned by a business from the sale of goods or services is called business or professional income. This income is subject to tax after adjusting the expenses and deductions. Third head is income from house property. Any income received from renting a house is included under the house property income. Income from capital gain is the fourth head. Profit or gain from the sale of any capital asset such as land or building is included here. Last head is income from other sources. All those incomes not covered under the earlier mentioned heads of the income will be included here. Now, non-taxable income. There are certain incomes that are exempt from being taxed. For example, agricultural income is exempt from taxes under Section 10 of the Income Tax Act 1961. Now we will discuss agricultural income. Agriculture is said to be the primary occupation in India. It is usually the only source of income for the large rural population in India. The country as a whole is entirely dependent on agriculture for its basic food requirements. The government has numerous amount of schemes, policies and other measures to promote growth in this sector. Agricultural income earned by a taxpayer in India is exempt under Section 10 subsection 1 of Income Tax Act 1961. As per Section 2 subsection 1A of Income Tax Act 1961, agriculture income generally means any rent or revenue derived from land which is situated in India and is used for agriculture purposes. Any income derived from such land by agricultural operations, including processing of agricultural produce so as to render it fit for market or sale of produce. Any income attributable to the farmhouse subject to a satisfaction of certain conditions specified in this regard in section 2 subsection 1a. In order to consider an income as agricultural income, certain points have to be kept in mind. First point is existence of land. For considering income as agricultural income, existence of land is must. Second point is usage of land for agricultural operations. For considering income as agricultural income, existence of land is must, and that to be used for agricultural purposes. Third point is cultivation of land is must. Some measures of cultivation is necessary for land to have been used for agricultural purposes. And the last point is ownership of land is not essential. In case of agricultural operations, it is not necessary that the cultivator be the owner of the land. He could be tenant too. Thank you.